Hello and welcome to Cupcheck MMA. I'm Cody Heck and I have a very special guest host with me today. He is a Maui comedian. He is a Hawaiian legend. He is a combat sports aficionado, as seen on Skeptic Tank with Ari Shafir, and I'm sure a lot of other stuff. I can't remember what else, but ladies and gentlemen, Chino Laforge.
I emailed you all of my credits and you got 3 of them.
Okay, that's all I was willing to remember.
As heard on Skeptic Tank, we actually didn't get to film it. There was a power outage in the venue that we were performing in that night, so we just did it as an audio podcast. But
okay, well,
this is why.
You're much better when you can just hear and not see.
Yeah, I'm a face for audio podcast. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't put me in front of the camera much these days.
Yeah, well, Moku Moku was the other one I wanted to.
Yeah, I get casted as fat, ugly people all the time.
That's better than nothing.
You know, I'm not one. I just play one on TV.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just a fat guy in real life. Nobody casts me for anything.
Well, you know, you have dreams now. Exactly. I've paved the way.
Yeah. Fat guys have hope.
I'm doing it for you.
So Chino, what is your background in combat sports?
So it's a long one. It starts when I was a little kid. Combat sports were very different when I started. I feel like my lifetime of martial arts has literally led me to only seem like I'm an intermediate to the people that are now practicing, because of all the availability of these cross training and martial arts. But I started in kickboxing when I was 12, and then jiu-jitsu when I was 14, wrestling in high school, judo in high school as well, and I continued that for a while. So I competed amateur and got some fights under my belt and did well, and then unfortunately injured out before I could get myself to anything to a real competitive level. But I had some fun doing it. Still love martial arts. I mean, I watch MMA religiously. Even the weird side MMAs, I watched, everything from bare knuckle to car jiu-jitsu to the Cam Soda, what is it, Fight Circus, where they have like the 3-on-1s. Yeah. Like the little people fight. Yeah, I'll watch that. Yeah, absolutely. If there's fights and people betting on it, like, I want to see it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I mean, sometimes it's best to get injured out.
Yeah.
Where you learn the discipline and the skills and you know how to handle yourself, but then you don't, make it to almost the UFC, but get a whole bunch of brain trauma in the process.
Yeah, I thought that my sacrifice of body was unique, and then I found out, oh no, I just would have done more of that. Yeah, if I had advanced further. And I thought, oh, me getting a devastating knee injury, like, oh, that's pretty rare. It's like, no, a lot of your favorite pro fighters have had multiple career turning injuries, but have just learned how to adapt their fighting style or their methodology to their strengths. And I mean, Michael Bisping fought without an eye. The history of that goes on. There's many fighters like TJ Dillashaw can't even move his arm above his shoulder anymore.
Yeah.
And he couldn't for his last 2 fights. Yeah. But still was able to go out there.
We have similar ranges of motion.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You got your lucky fin.
Yeah.
The
Nemo fin. Yeah. I mean, and even if you do stay healthy with like the big injuries, then you're just continuously getting punched in the head.
Oh yeah. And I'm
the things you can't see.
I'm just about to turn 40, so I'm just beginning to feel the repercussions of what like a long-term injury feels like. Like there's when you first injure it, you have to go through the therapy and all that stuff, and that's its own problem. But then somewhere around 40, 50, those injuries return as arthritis, as frozen movements, especially if you don't continue rehabbing them or stretching them. So I could only imagine how much more my body would have been destroyed had I continued donating it to the martial arts instead of the comedy arts. Where I've just been rotting my brain, not my body.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people start doing comedy and rot their liver.
Yeah.
You don't seem to have that vice.
I'm not a drinker. I'm off the drugs these days. It's been a few years. And, I think that's probably why I'm not famous yet. I think if I was an alcoholic, I probably would have been more in with the in people. So, You know, that's what happens. I wasn't ready to throw my body at this either.
Yeah, well, that's probably for the best. What do you think of the fight card this weekend? Initial thoughts?
Man, are we just gonna dive right into
We'll just
it, or
dive
do you
right
want to
in.
tease the nips first? Because like it was a great card
Yeah,
up into the main events. It was a fantastic card. I mean, actually, the co-main event, the Paddy Pimblett and Benoit Saint Denis.
yeah,
I called that. Not only did I call a submission victory, I called the first round because, all right, Benoit Saint Denis is a dog. He's a dog, but he's a slow starter, and also he's a grinder, which is a bad matchup for somebody like Paddy, who wants to submit you when you're dry.
yeah.
And I knew that Paddy felt the urgency. I'm sure you felt that after losing to Justin Gaethje. You need to get that momentum going again. So I had a feeling he was going to dive on the first submission opportunity he got. And I like that he still made it flashy. I mean, an anaconda or a darce is not always the most flashy choke, but the way he sat through it and then rode it almost like a necktie,
Yeah,
that gave it some little extra flair. That's like,
yeah. Anytime you leave somebody just face down unconscious, that adds an element of flash.
Yeah,
sure.
and the way he was sitting on his head, he just had his
squeeze it with every part of his
P
body.
Diddy darsed him.
Yeah, that was very awesome.
Yeah, some stunning fights.
I thought they should have just had Paddy fight Max after Connor.
Yeah, just they're around the same weight right now, right?
Yeah.
That's about the same.
They were at the same. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, Paddy probably was at middleweight by the time Max fought. Anyway,
the second his fight was over, he's already
just
eating
pizza,
Krispy Kremes.
Yeah. So I mean,
doing his interview with his mouth full.
Yeah.
Wiping the glaze.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, great card.
I mean, the King Bobby Green, Terrence McKinney fight.
Such a weird stoppage, like a weird finish. What do you think about that?
First of all, it was the only fight I missed on my 7-fight parlay leg.
Oh.
Heartbreaker, because Terrence was kicking the shit out of him the entire fight, except for the last part. I don't know. It looks like he gassed out. There was a body shot that he looked like he might have covered with his elbow, but it could have grazed the liver, maybe.
Yeah. So, because he was digging to the body before that, he landed like a clean, stiff jab, and then a front kick, and then it was like he was digging to the body, and then immediately folded, but it looked like it kind of glanced off his hip a little bit, like it just didn't look like a clean.
It was a weird shot, yeah, but who knows? Maybe it bounced into something, like hip off into a floating rib or something. I don't know, but yeah, I was really surprised to see Terrence go down and just cover up. Like that's really not his style of fighting at all. So that's why I thought immediately, like,
he definitely folded like it was a liver shot. Just cripples your whole body.
Yeah, that was. Like, I think
you felt that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been hitting the liver shot a few times, and that just, man, it really is just like an off switch. And it's like when people talk about it, I don't feel like they do it justice, because like, oh man, it's just like lights out, and like it takes all the air out of you. It does so much more than that. It makes you feel like you're gonna shit yourself and throw up at the same time, and none of it's food. It's all like organs that you're gonna be tossing out of your body. It makes you feel like nauseous for like a good amount of time, a little bit after. I mean, sometimes it'll go away. It depends on how hard they got you. But I mean, man, it really is like a shit city. Nobody wants a liver shot. It's bad.
I've never gone down from one, but in my last boxing fight, I was about to, and then the round ended. But I was like,
oh. I've been down by one, and then I threw up water in my corner after one too, but I was fine. I just made it look like I was spitting. So
there you go.
I was doing the under 17 kickboxing circuit for a little while.
Okay.
And if the ref sees you throw up, like, match is over. If they ever see anything of danger, like, they're like, match is over. I mean, those are already very close to being shut down as it is anyways.
Yeah, right.
Child cockfighting.
I'll read the first card here. Robert Whitaker looked sharp and explosive all 3 rounds of his light heavyweight debut, only to be called fat by the broadcast team, including Daniel Cormier. I thought that was kind of bullshit by DC, because DC is like probably the greatest fat athlete we've ever seen.
I mean, the fatness is what got him to the championship position, because when he was lighter, Daniel Cormier, he wasn't getting the same momentum. but it's also the fatness that did him down. I mean, it's the same belly that John Jones and Stipe Miocic targeted.
That's true.
So, I mean, you know, the fat giveth, the fat taketh.
Yeah. But as far as fat athlete, he's the most decorated.
Yeah. I mean, he's got his own Popeye song and everything. Yeah. But I think that's why he's making fun of Robert, because he's threatened. He thinks that there's somebody else about to take the belt.
Yeah.
The extra notched belt.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he should have stuck up for him when Bisping was calling him a little flabby, but I didn't like that.
You know, if Daniel Cormier does a song about chicken, like, what's the racist stereotype that Robert Whittaker is going to do? What food do Australians eat racistly?
I have no idea what they eat.
Like, other than Vegemite. Like, how do you turn that as a stereotype? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll write him a song. I thought the broadcast team, like, it felt like we were watching different fights. Like, they were just talking about him looking slow and, like, not in good shape. He looked a little tired in the face, but he wasn't moving any different. Well, he was still cracking him. He looked explosive. Like,
ball don't lie. His footwork was crisp.
Yes.
He gave out way more shots than he took. He was nearly unhit throughout the majority of the fight. Made his opponent look like a journeyman.
Yeah.
Like, really was dancing circles around.
When he did hit him, and compared to when he got hit, he was definitely doing the more, like, damage inflicting. Mm-hmm. It was visible, the damage, like the way it shook him.
Well, Robert was using punches and bunches. You could tell him he's hitting 2, 3, 4 shots at a time. Meanwhile, his opponent was trying to rely on, like, mid-level kicks to get to range and distance. But with Whittaker's footwork, that's not really going to work when you're not as fast as him.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that Whittaker does have in the 205 weight class is the speed. Like, even though he's got a little more in the middle, he's a little bit swifter in the feet. I mean, we all saw it. His cornering was fantastic. He wasn't overstepping on his range jabs either. Like, something that happens with a lot of fighters when they go up a weight class, especially to, like, 205s, is that range step they take for their jab, the distance has to change because their weight is, like, slightly disproportionate to where they were before. Sometimes they overstep on their range jabs or, you know, finding their distance. But I mean,
Connor.
Yeah. Great example. But I mean, Robert looked sick at 205.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him Roy Nelson, Fat Boy.
Yeah.
Crucifix people and just smash them. Yeah. Get fatter, Robert.
Yeah.
That's you in heavyweight.
Yeah. 265.
Yeah. Topping it. Standing on the scale with a burger in your hand. All right, what we got here? WNBA star Sophie Cunningham was a guest ring card girl at the UFC 329. When asked how it came to be, she stated that she needed a second job and was beat working at a gas station. Yeah, you know, I wish that we could pay the WNBA as much as we do ring girls.
Oh, if only.
That'll be the day, you know. Dana, we're looking at you.
I'm curious what they pay the ring card girls compared to, like, low level fighters.
Well, you know, there's ranges in the ring card girl rankings too. I mean, Ariana at her final days, she was making top coin compared to some of the other ring girls. You got to really prove yourself in that league.
Yeah. I wonder how you prove that to Dana.
I would love to read the records of them. Like, this girl is 5-2. She had a couple of bad events. We sent her back down to fight night. Yeah. And she looked great.
Yeah, right.
Brought her back up to the pay-per-view.
Just, like, slipped on the heels or something. Like,
why don't WNBA stars just contemplate, like, when they retire from WNBA, just getting into MMA? I mean, we could use another Megan Anderson.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, well, they would have to start a new division, most likely.
It's about time. I want to see big women fight. I'm tired. I mean, no offense. I'd love to see the fit, petite, low range. That's very athletic. But I mean, let's get some. Let's get
Brittany Griner.
Dude, we know that women come in all sizes. We've been yelled at enough.
Yeah.
All right, and let's see some big girls throwing big blows. I want to see that.
Like a Brittany Griner 6'5" lady versus, like, a woman built like Roy built.
Absolutely. Big Country Nelson. And you know what? I want a trans division too. Absolutely, and that'll bring back pay-per-view because I'll pay to see that. I don't know. Muffins and cupcakes.
I think that's a different website.
Oh man, that's Cam Soda. The Fight Circus.
Yeah, I don't have much more on WNBA, but
no, we're just tagging up.
Okay, after winning 4 straight fights in under a year, What is next for the 39-year-old Bobby Green? We talked about this a little bit, but
he said he wants the next one to fight up again. But remember what happened last time. Dan Hooker called him out.
that would be fun.
Dude, that would be a great fight to see, the battle to see who stays.
Yeah. Right?
That should be
I mean, Bobby, he's staying regardless. Like, he's won the last 4, so he's got a little
he's on
bit
a streak.
Yeah.
He's on a streak. But, I mean, this is the 3rd streak in a row and within the top 10 that if he doesn't take to championship, I mean, that's going to be a tough argument that you're not a permanent gatekeeper at that point. But, I mean, I think Dan Hooker's actually a great next fight. Both of them have slowed down a little bit. Maybe they can both have another opportunity to really showcase their skills at a high level before they both get devoured by the youth that's taking over their division.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's just a weird place for especially Bobby. Bobby's definitely older than Hooker.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, every time he just keeps shocking me. I'm like, Terrence McKinney, he's so explosive.
I mean, he's young. He's young, and I think that was probably ultimately the reason why he lost was that he made some mistakes out of youth. Maybe he didn't manage his stamina well enough because it didn't look like the shot that might have taken down. Maybe he was gassed out. He did push the pace really hard in the first round, as he always does.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for his coaches to finally get a rein on him a little bit and learn how to control that adrenaline.
And I think he threw so much towards trying to finish it. And then Bobby gets up and he's like, I'm not going anywhere, bitch.
Right. Well, he really ran out of air because every time he was hitting Bobby, he was going, bitch, 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 bitch. So, that's not a ki. You're going to run out of air.
Yeah, right.
You can hear it if you go back and watch it.
But yeah, I like the Dan Hooker matchup. For sure.
Yeah, that should be fun. Oh. Mate, why do you give me the readers?
I hope you're good at reading.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Every other fighter/comic I've had, we need to do a couple takes.
So. Don't worry, I'm a millennial. I still know how to read.
Okay.
And Gable Stevenson's UFC debut, it is clear that he is learning what it takes to be the best from his mentor, John Jones. He did use a couple of very John Jones-esque moves in there. I saw that. In an interview, Stevenson credited the win to his team and countless rounds of hard sparring with John Jones' wife. I knew it was coming. I knew an abuse joke was coming. When talking about this Gable, it's just a layup. He looked like he was beating a woman in there. Is that what you want?
Just like,
is that the clip you want? It looked like he was beating a woman.
Yeah, just like the GOAT.
Exactly. Hey, you gotta learn from somewhere. No, I believe Stevenson had his own allegations for attacking his roommate, right? Or his roommate's
they were sexual assault, but we're
gross.
We have I mean, same with Connor. I mean, it's like impossible to know if.
And there's the ones that run around uncharged, like Pat Barry. That way you can.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do to warlords in the 1600s? You threw them women and money, and then you just gave it to them and let them have it.
At least Pat Barry had the decency to marry his victim.
Yeah, that means restitution will come if she ever decides to snap out of the neck chain.
Yeah. Right. I mean, he looked damn good, though.
Yeah, Gable looked fantastic. I mean, as we all knew he would.
Yeah.
The betting odds reflected it. I was happy to see that he did that against a cop.
That's always good.
The guy he was fighting is a police officer, and that was nice to see.
That is one of the best things about training MMA or fighting, is that sometimes you get to beat up cops.
Sometimes you get to fight a cop. You just hope that they don't get your address and follow you home. Yeah.
Or develop enough of a rapport where they're like, oh, this is fun, right?
Jiu-jitsu's better because everybody gets to walk away with the full pieces. You know what I mean? You don't have to wear a black eye from a...
The guy I'd usually do the show with, Avery, he does jiu-jitsu. He's crazy good at jiu-jitsu, but he does Cop Mondays where they come into the gym and he just fucking tortures them.
What's the difference? They just scream, "Stop resisting!" when they get in every
That's
hole.
what he does. Yeah, he just teases them.
Tap out! Stop resisting!
Yeah. So that is one of the benefits of training.
Is that like the jiu-jitsu where they throw the gun in the middle halfway through?
Right. Maybe they should. You read the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. When asked if he would ever fight again, Connor McGregor said he was a born fighter and would die a fighter. So I'm going to redo that and cut it out. I think it's the head trauma. When asked if he would ever fight again, Connor McGregor said he was born a fighter and would die a fighter. and it really doesn't matter to him if he's fighting top UFC contenders or charges of sexual assault.
Or old men in Irish bars.
Exactly.
Man,
Or
anyone can get it.
cocaine addiction.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you want to get a payday? Challenge Connor McGregor. You can,
Yeah, right.
in the wild, he'll do it.
Do you think there's a chance he fights again?
I don't think in the UFC. I think he would. I think he would do it in his own promotion in bare knuckle, just because it would limit the potential for leg injuries and whatnot.
Yeah.
And also it be putting money back in his own pocket, which Conor McGregor loves to do. I mean, the argument was that he was washed in his last fight against Poirier before he hurt his leg. So it seems like this kind of gives that argument validity. I mean, the training looked good, but pads don't hit back.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they put the match against Max, first of all.
It was crazy.
They should have kept the Chandler fight. That would have been a great way for McGregor to come back in. He would have starched him.
Or hurt his leg.
Or hurt his leg, yeah. But I mean,
that was the only winnable fight in the top 15. I don't know if Chandler's still in the top 15, but it was the only one that made sense to give him Max right away.
No,
it didn't surprise me. It was shocking to see, but it didn't surprise me that he did hurt himself.
No, I mean, the real question is, do you think he was injured going into that fight?
I don't know. I'm saying some things says he was, some things says he wasn't.
So I do remember when he was walking out to the ring, the first thing I noticed was that he had cupping on his right side, the cupping bruises, which fight, not many fighters don't have those by the time they make it to the ring. But it was suspicious on Connor because, he takes real estate of what his body looks like in the ring. Now that he's a product, he thinks about these things. That's why he had the goofy haircut.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that something might have happened to his leg at the venue, because there's footage of him practicing the kick at the venue warming up. But I think something might have happened in his warm up of the kick that made him feel injured.
Interesting. Why did he still throw it?
Well, I don't think he injured himself at that point. I think he felt funny. So, as somebody who's blown out their knee, you get, at least I did, I got a warning tinge from my knee in my previous judo match because I'd injured in a judo tournament. I posted on my leg to do a throw called a taitoshi, where you post your leg out and you spin them over your leg. And I felt my knee just wobble a little bit. Didn't buckle, but it wobbled. And I was like, oh, I should get my knee brace on for my next match. I forgot to. And then as I was on the mat, I was like, shit, I forgot my knee brace. And then next thing I know, I'm in shock because I blew out my knee so bad. But there's these little false flags that your body sometimes gives you pre-injury that lets you know you're in a weakened state. And I just get a feeling that he probably got one of those and instinctively probably wanted to call off the fight, but was too much money, too many people, too many things in the way.
Yeah.
Not going to call it off. We're taking the walk. Took the walk, and then we saw what we saw.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Because they isolated he tripped on his shoes a little bit, and I'm like, I've done that just because I'm clumsy. I know I'm not a professional athlete, but I don't think that's enough to say he was definitely injured.
The reason I say that is because there's a huge confidence difference between the last time we saw Connor in front of the camera before his walkout. There was a huge shift in his energy, of the energy he was bringing, the shit he was talking, his presence, his entire aura. By the time he made it to the walkout, it was dissipated. And even Max commented on it, where he's like, that did not feel like Conor McGregor coming to the ring. He wasn't doing his wildness, you know what I mean? So, who knows?
Yeah, you could attribute that to just the moment being right in front of him, and he's actually there, and the last time he was in there, he left with a broken leg.
Right.
So,
I will say this. If he was injured, and if there is any proof of that, that would be humongously detrimental, because that would be the UFC trying to beat Vegas. And you can't beat Vegas. Every sport tries to every 20 years. Baseball, basketball the most. The Russians in the Olympics. Every sport, after a while, they try to beat Vegas with insider information. And if it hurts Vegas, they're the ones that come after you with gambling officials, with statistics officers. Like, they'll throw the golden purse at you to get you some hard time. Like, they don't fuck with Vegas. And what happened on Saturday night might have fucked with Vegas. So we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
investigations are going to happen. That's for sure.
I mean, he was a pretty decent underdog anyway. So, I mean, it's not like the upset. Like,
yes, but within the first 20 seconds is wild. That's wild.
Right. Yeah.
And when we're talking about
not
close to $100 million of like cost, like that's enough to like run a small economy.
Right.
Like that's enough to draw the ire of the people who make and break money from those betting situations. So
yeah,
you sometimes you mess with the wrong avenues, and that's how people of power kind of lose it, right? Is they overstep their power, forgetting that there's always an entity stronger, like the IRS, like Vegas, like the Catholic Church.
Vegas, aka Little Israel.
Yeah, like Israel. You know, these are all examples of things that, like, oh, well, you shouldn't have gone against them.
Yeah.
You know, maybe take one of their subsidiaries.
Yeah, well, let's move on before Mossad blows up our microphone.
Oh, you're already
yeah.
unmonetized, demonetized right now.
Pat, is it you?
I think it's my turn.
Okay,
yeah. Paddy Pimblett has his eyes on the lightweight title, but knows he needs another win because all he did was beat a guy with who's French. I mean, that's what the English do. What should the title picture look like at 155? Well, I mean, Paddy has got a claim to contendership, I'd say. I don't know. What do you think? I'll let you take this one first.
I think you need to decide if you give Arman a title shot because he's kind of been in this weird purgatory where I get it and people complain about it but like he canceled the title fight last minute, which is one thing. Then he punched a fan on the way in the walk up.
Remember that?
He headbutted Dan Hooker.
Yep.
These are all things that could like cancel a title fight after he just pulled out of it.
Let's not forget the 2 brawls at RAF.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he's a liability, I understand. Don't give it to him. But I think it's between him and Charles.
I mean, Charles, I think, has the stronger argument, but Charles and Paddy fighting, that really piques my interest.
Yeah.
Because I think their jiu-jitsu might cancel out.
Yeah.
Maybe even Paddy has the advantage there. So what does that fight look like? Does that look like a standing fight of Charles Oliveira versus Paddy Pimblett?
That'd be fun.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I think that's also the route to victory for Paddy Pimblett.
Standing up with Charles?
Yeah, you got to wear Charles down. I mean, now that he's in champ mode, it might be different. But historically, the way to beat Charles Oliveira is to make him quit. Take him to deep water, put him in positions he doesn't like, and then when he's like gassing, that's when you really drop the heavy on him. Paddy, I don't know if he has the pacing for that because he's a fighter that's known to kind of lose it in the 3rd round too a little bit. So
you think?
He was until we got to see him fight the Gaethje fight, and
yeah, because I think he won round 4.
And that was the most impressive we've seen him do in later rounds because he did have a couple of fights where it was like iffy.
Yeah.
So maybe that problem solved, but we'll see. I mean, if that happens, I'd love to see that fight for number 1 contendership.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at everybody, I think Charles does make the most sense for the title, and then I think you give Paddy the other option. So either Arman or Paddy, whatever one doesn't get the title. Also, there's Ilya. So Ilya Paddy works too.
Yeah, that's true.
And now that you can't get that for a belt, at least not.
I don't think we're going to see Ilya for at least 9 months.
You think?
He took a pretty bad beating and like facial reconstruction kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's pretty busted for a little while.
Yeah, that's and a confidence shattering.
Yeah.
Beating.
And also we gotta think that Justin's not going to be hopping in the ring again this year, probably. I mean, July, that's the 7th month out of 12. He put on a hell of a show. The heights don't get higher than that for the weight class.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they're going to focus on the rest of the weight class moving into the new year. So I think Paddy Pimblett and Charles Oliveira would be the fight to make because Paddy didn't take any damage. He's already said he wanted to fight again this year. Charles Oliveira, been waiting to fight since the Bam fight. Also didn't take much damage in that one, so he's probably ready to go soon. I think that fight happens sooner than we think. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that in like 3-4 months.
For the next title shot?
Yeah, for the number one contendership.
Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that. Because it seems like it's been happening a lot more lately where like somebody will win the belt and then it's just at a kind of a purgatory for a while. Like Kazmat, Islam was active as a champion earlier in his reign, but then I think he kind of slowed down, which I get. If anybody has the right to, it's Islam.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick your pace at a certain degree, right?
Yeah. So, but like it's like more and more fighters are just earning title shots. We're like, okay, this is clearly enough to get a title shot, but there's also 2 other people in the weight class.
We need 2 more weight classes.
Right?
We've been saying it forever. Give us 2 more weight classes, Dana.
Yeah.
We need more belts.
2 more belts.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened at middleweight with Imavov.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just got passed up because Strickland had a win over him. So he just went right to.
And someone called out Imavov after the fight, too. Who was it? Can't remember. Sorry. Somebody did. I'll have to look it up. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Sorry. Brain fart.
Yeah. 45. It's kind of happening too. Volk hasn't fought in a while.
Mm-hmm. The little stagnance in the 45.
I think they know it should be Evloev, but they just don't want to give it to him.
He's just not exciting to Dana. You can tell that Dana's just like, I hate this guy. Like, doesn't like his fighting style, or I think the way he is in the interviews. He's just cardboard.
Nothing.
Boring.
Kind of like Benoit.
Yeah. At least Benoit's got a cool accent.
I hate the French accent. I hate everything.
You sound like
about
you got
French.
peanut butter in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything they asked him was just the most generic in the press conference. I was so glad Paddy won. I can't stand the French.
You know, it felt like they're feeding Benoit to Paddy. Like, it felt like a pretty obvious, like, Paddy, if you don't win this one, like, we don't want to have your contract anymore. But he needed to bounce back with a win to get that momentum going again. Although, apparently he got more followers after losing to Justin than he did winning his last fight. So, I don't know how that works out. Right? It's the White House. Yeah.
I mean, that was, I mean, it's Justin Gaethje. I think he earned a lot of respect because nobody had seen him that in that much trouble.
Yeah. It was really cool to see that fight go on into the later rounds because you really got to see how much grit Paddy has.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people talked about his softness, but I think he really put on display like that he'll stay in there for a whole fight, especially with somebody like Justin who's just nasty.
And that obviously that loss aged very well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it'll turn into a win in terms of momentum.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh no, I read the Paddy one.
Sure. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Bryce Mitchell called out the sport of jiu-jitsu as too gay. Gay jiu-jitsu champion Mikey Musumeci accepted a match against Mitchell, saying, "To get through the top, you have to get through the bottom."
Two rules: no kissing, and no kissing. No. Yeah, I mean, I think ever since the butt scoot, jiu-jitsu's just kind of been losing a lot of its credibility in terms of watchability.
Yeah.
Not to say it isn't sport, not to say you couldn't stop a bank robber, good on you. But also, you look gay. You do. Yeah. The butt scoot is a sad state of affairs for the sport of jiu-jitsu when you put gaming the rules over that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: how much gayer is it to butt scoot and get on bottom than it is to get on top?
I'll tell you what. There's nothing gayer than when 2 jiu-jitsu players both drop to their butt and start scissoring. That is
true.
Probably the gayest thing, and it becomes hard to defend jiu-jitsu as a sport. I'm a practitioner. Like, I have a blue belt. It doesn't mean anything these days.
Yeah.
It's all basic moves, but at the same time, like, I know that's gay.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a Muay Thai guy. I've done some jujitsu. Like I trained with the MMA team, and but I competed in jujitsu, but I didn't do any MMA fights. But so I was primarily a stand-up fighter, and I've just always thought it's all gay. Wrestlers are the gayest people.
It's
of all time.
already and as a grappler, a lifetime grappler, it's already borderline gay.
Yeah.
And we need to understand that as grapplers, like, hey, what we're doing is a little gay. Get over it. Oil checking somebody, very gay.
Yeah.
Very gay. But you do it in wrestling sometimes. Judo, a little less gay because we're wearing karate pajamas instead of spandex, But I did both, and they're both a little gay. Yeah. And that's the thing is that
it's fine.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and just bring it in and just say fighting itself is a little gay. I mean, where do most fights take place? Bars, where you could be flirting with women, where you could possibly be getting laid. Instead, you're wrestling with another man, sweating on them, spitting on them, feeling their hearts pumping, smelling their breath. Anybody getting hard right now? You're probably fluids. Doing jujitsu if you're getting hard right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, it's combat is it's like a Kinsley scale, right? And like boxing, kickboxing is like a 1 on the Kinsley scale, whereas like it's not very gay at all. Sometimes you get in the clinch and the ref's like, "Ew, break it up, gay, gay, you fags, break it up," right? Like so, like that's like a 1, and like hockey's probably like a 2 or 3 because they're pulling the shirts over, they're taking off each other's clothes a little bit, and afterwards they're like really friendly with each other. That's a little gay.
Yeah.
And then you got jiu-jitsu, which is like a 5. Like you might as well be like sniffing balls because that's what you do sometimes. You getting triangled? That's what you're smelling.
Yeah. Where do you put wrestling? Before or after jiu-jitsu? Higher or lower?
It starts at a 3, which is like the middle of the Kinsley. But then
it goes to 10 as soon as they get into the locker room.
Depending on what you do with it, because you can take it to a 6. You can take it to the farthest end of the scale. Oil checking, fish hooking. At a certain point, I'm pretty sure actually the reason they sell adult singlets isn't even for wrestling anymore. It's for gay fetish, which I recently found out is a thing, and it made me contemplate being gay. I'm like, you mean I could wrestle again? I could get into wrestling again?
Yeah.
We just call that Masters Division.
I mean, wrestlers, I think that they, from being in an MMA gym, I think they do their gayest work in the locker room. That's where it gets real weird. But
that's when the singlets come off.
Yeah.
Let's see. How can the continual standstill at heavyweight be fixed? I think it's about to. Gable Stevenson looks like he's about to bowling ball his way to the front.
Yeah. Do you think he's ready for the top guys now?
No. But I think within 3-4 fights, he definitely will be. I think within 2 or 3 fights, he'll be ready for the top 15. And I mean, who in the top 15 is going to stop him beneath like the top 3?
Yeah, right.
Like Tabura, Mason Tabura, no.
Yeah.
Like Derek Lewis, I mean, no.
Yeah.
He'd gas out. Gable Stevenson is a 2-time Olympic wrestling champion. Am I wrong?
I know he's an Olympic champion.
I think he's a 2-time. I think he's 2-time. I'm pretty sure he's 2-time. That's bananas, dude. And there, like we said, there's not a lot of depth in the talent of the heavyweight division.
Especially with wrestlers.
Right. I mean, Tom Aspinall has good takedown defense.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him go against strong wrestlers and solve those problems. Cyril Gane, he's a great mover, especially for the heavyweight division. He knows how to circle around. I think right now, as it stands, Cyril Gane would have a good chance of winning that fight against Gable Stevenson. Give Gable 3 or 4 more fights, 1 more year of training. I think he just absolutely devours Gane, especially John Jones training him, because John's already solved that puzzle.
Yeah, he just folded.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know what the answer is for Cyril Gane: strong wrestling.
Yeah,
Gable is the answer to that. So
we also have Josh Hawkins in the
mix. Yeah, and that'd be an interesting fight. I think. I don't know. Josh is one of those weird fighters. He's like you remember Keith Jardine?
Yes.
Just a weird angle fighter. Like you almost like, it's like almost ugly.
Yeah.
But it gets work done.
Yeah. And very strong wrestler.
Yeah, and talks a lot of shit too, which is, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you raise a group of people on Fortnite. They just spam emotes, you know,
You're right.
like that's all they know
Yeah.
how to do. But yeah, no, that'll be a good fight in the future. That's definitely down the road.
I hope that one happens for a belt.
Yeah, I hope they do keep that one on ice until it's belt time,
Yeah.
or at least until like a number one contendership for like a controversial championship.
Yeah. I mean, it one of them could get obviously derailed, and then like if Josh Hockett gets beat before he gets a belt, then you could put him against
Right.
Gable.
Or
But
if Gable touches another woman, he's not supposed to.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Speaking of which, do you want to read the final one?
Okay, sure. Okay, here we go. Gable Stevenson had a performance so good it proved the best base for MMA is sexual assault. Connor's performance later in the night proved his innocence. Vindicated. Dude, wow. Where do we even go from there?
I just wrote it.
I feel like we should write a short list of the fighters that aren't somehow implicated in some form of sexual assault or unhappiness. I mean, Tito Ortiz broke Jenna Jameson's arm. Remember that?
No.
Yeah, it broke her arm, which was sad for Jenna Jameson because it ruined her porn career. But Tito needed a win. Let's be honest. He was on like a five fight slump.
Yeah.
War Machine kicked the shit out of Christy Mack. Is her name? Yeah. I mean, but she's back at it. So I mean,
yeah.
Some
Connor McGregor level comeback.
Yeah, you know, I think we're focusing on the wrong comeback. Connor McGregor getting back in the ring, half as impressive as Christy Mack getting back in front of the camera and taking loads to the face after taking loads to the face.
Yeah. That was a horrible one.
Oh, it was disgusting. Yeah, beat her near to death, had a fucking standoff with police, and took a hostage at gunpoint. Like, yeah. But we already knew he was a piece of shit. Yeah. Like, that's why he got kicked out of the UFC. It wasn't even for a bad record. It was just because he was non-workable.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I started rewatching with my girlfriend old Ultimate Fighter seasons, and we just saw the one where War Machine was on. And I've been playing this little game where I figure out what everybody's done in their life to like in the future outside of fighting. So it's like guess which one did which thing. Obviously, that was the best one. She got War Machine right. Like, I think he's the one who
War
beat the
Machine,
shit out
and then
of
there was
porn.
the "Let me bang, bro."
Yeah, we didn't get to that
one. I just want to bang.
What
was his name? Julian something?
Julian Lane.
Julian Lane, thank you.
Yeah, fought for BKFC.
Bare knuckle, that's right. Didn't have a bad fight. He had a good throw. He still lost, but you know, good. He finally got the bang.
Yeah,
finally got his chance.
He had a couple good ones, I think, from them. But you have anything else you want to discuss about what's going on in MMA?
Let's see. Anything else I want? Okay. Yes. Actually, I do. It looks like Ian Gary is getting the next title shot.
Yes.
And I'm interested to see what happens in that weight class. That is a very stacked for talent weight class, but also, and I know I'm going to catch shit for this if anybody's going to see this, but I know Shavkat Rakhmonov is coming back. I know he is. He's back in training right now. I feel it. I'm heavily invested in this fighter. I feel like he's coming back.
Every time he's close, he gets re-injured.
Well, he got injured, and then he got sepsis after a surgery. So he had an infection that took him out for like 9 months. But the infection's gone. He's back on his leg. He's training again. I have a feeling this is the time we're going to see him finally get back. Okay. And I think that's really going to stir up the division.
Who do you think they give him first?
Good question. They do have to give him a feeder, right? They wouldn't just throw him straight against.
It's been too long.
Yeah, I mean, even though he was number one contender and undefeated, I agree he does need some type of pick-me-up.
Especially with Gary getting. I guess they could just give him the next shot after Gary.
I need to look at the list of the weight class real quick.
I mean, Michael Morales, he just knocked out Sean Brady. Bonfim looked really good against Bilal Muhammad. Carlos Pratas, he just had two knockouts.
Carlos Pratas would be a sick one.
Yeah, I mean, that might be, I don't know. Because if Ian Gary wins, do they give Islam
Sean Brady?
You think
that could be a fun one? Sean Brady, against Shavkat.
Yeah.
2 grapple-heavy pounders.
Yeah.
That would put on a grind fight. I think that would be sick. I think Bilal would be a boring one.
Yeah.
Leon Edwards is ever going to come back in the ring. I
Yeah, I
heard he
think
turned down 2 fights.
I think they're kind of, if they give him Shavkat, they're kind of feeding them.
They're feeding him the dogs,
Shavkat.
right? But I mean, that's the idea.
Yeah,
Give him
no.
a feeder.
If you're in the UFC, you're fighting
In the
anyway.
top 10, you can
Yeah.
get it, boy.
Yeah.
And also, I look like Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah.
I look like a fat old version of Shavkat. I'm a mix of races. I'm 9 different ethnicities, and apparently that will make you look Kazakhstani.
Yeah.
I'm a registered Kazakh now.
Okay, and that's why you're behind him.
100%.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I mean, like Sean Brady, because he looked really good against Joaquin Buckley, who's no joke.
And who came in on fire too, like motivated, dialed in, uninjured.
That dude can fight. He went on, like, he lost I think 2 at welterweight now, but he went on a run. He was fucking.
Well, I mean, he had knockout of the year in 2023
with the spinning one,
the Insaguri kick. Yeah, the guy caught his leg and he threw a spin kick from it.
Yeah, so then that happened, and then I think he lost a couple, moved down to welterweight, and then because it was like that was like okay, he's flashy, but then he went on a real tear. He knocked out Wonder Boy, Colby. There was a couple others that he was putting people out. So that's no joke.
I mean,
win.
Yeah, I want to see Joaquin Buckley mature as a fighter. I think he'll be, when he hits his prime, he's going to be somebody to be terrified of.
Yeah.
But I think he's still a little young. I think he still needs a couple more years.
Usman is still in the mix. He's going to 85.
Okay, that's good.
He's fighting Duplessis next week.
Oh, that's right. I remember reading that. That is going to be a weird fight.
Yeah.
That's going to be a weird one. I think it's going to be an ugly fight. I don't think it's going to look very good. I think you're going to really have to know inside hat to really enjoy the subtleties of it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of grappling transitions, a lot of switches, a lot of like all over the place rolling that I think it's going to go to decision. That fight sounds like something that's going to be a...
Yeah, I could definitely see Usman wrestle fucking.
Well, I mean, the way to beat Duplessis has been road mapped. I mean, the way to dominate him, not just beat him, but absolutely shellac him.
Yeah.
Khamzat didn't give him a breath of air. And
that's what Usman just did to Buckley.
Right. And, I mean, who knows? Hopefully DDP has finally patched up that hole in his boat.
Yeah.
If he really thinks he's ever going to sniff at that title shot again, he should. Because now, I mean, that defeat put him on blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like major hole.
Who do you think should get the shot at 85?
Let's see. I got to think of all the people 85 right now.
Because you could argue for the winner of that fight next week. Imavov did earn it, but he has a recent loss to Strickland.
I almost would rather see Strickland fight somebody who's got beef with than somebody who's more deserving of the title. Yeah. Because I feel like Strickland's on kind of like an asshole tear right now, where he's like, I think he wants to be a bully.
I love it so much.
Yeah. Who else is in that class right now?
So, the fighting nerd. He's in the top 5. Kaio.
Barrio.
He's in there. I think he just had a decent win.
Joe Pyfer. That would be sick. Joe Pyfer off of his victory against Israel Adesanya. He's in the top 4 right now.
But I don't think not a win over Izzy gets you. Because if they just skipped Imavov after...
I mean, Imavov deserves the next shot, obviously. But we also see how Sean pairs up with the pure grappler. I mean, the first 2 minutes with Khamzat, he really tried to put it on with the grappling. Strickland did some great possum-style grappling. Mm-hmm. He knows that he's not wrestling for points, so he doesn't care about the position. He's just making sure that he didn't have a position of advantage.
Yeah, like, and work your way up.
Right, so what? We're in this weird cross position. You can't strike me here, and every time you try to move, I'm going to bump you in the other direction, so you still can't strike me.
Yeah.
So he made Khamzat work for a whole lot of nada by the third round.
I'm pretty sure he got up every time he got taken down.
Yeah, and anytime Khamzat got a position of advantage, he didn't do anything with it because Sean Strickland was so effective with like the hand fighting game and the position of keeping him in uncomfortable positions. He's never in just a classic side mount or just a classic half guard. It was a lot of weird sticky jiu-jitsu, grabbing arms across the back, just weird disabling moves and stuff. It was really brilliant stuff. I keep hearing about Sean Strickland's grappling game, and that was the first time we really got to see it since maybe like he was in the top 15.
Did you think he had a chance in that fight?
No. Although I did bet for him because the odds were so against him. And I actually made money. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
I bet different than I think. That's for sure.
Well, you have to bet according to the odds. That like.
Are we here betting with our hearts? Or are we trying to make some money?
Yeah, exactly. I thought there was a good chance he could do it. Just style wise, and like obviously a hellish first round. But that fight made me so happy. I love. Sean
I know you
so
do.
much.
I know you do. I actually have a gift for you that I got to give before you. You're gonna get a rookie Sean Strickland card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I collect UFC cards.
That's awesome.
I'm that big of a nerd.
Yeah.
I got autographs. If you.
Yeah, no, that.
But I got a Sean Strickland rookie for you. It hurts to give it to you.
Well, I'll take care.
It's my favorite card. It's not.
Yeah. One last question. What did you think about the overall spectacle of the White House card?
It was just as amazing as it was devastating.
Okay.
So like, it was just as amazing to see that incredible Justin Gaethje moment happen on the White House lawn, defeating a foreign invader, on the steps. But also like seeing the aftermath of the White House. It looks like shit, dude. They destroyed the front lawn. It looks terrible right now. It's almost as bad as the East Wing that they destroyed for the ballroom.
Okay.
It looks terrible. And it came at a high cost that's going to come at our cost. Trump isn't going to pay for that. And I mean, if you think a rose garden was expensive, the front lawn is going to cost a ridiculous amount of money for us.
Yeah. Personally, I don't give a fuck that they spent the money on. Like, take a little break from bombing kids and put on a show for the goys.
But the problem is they're not.
Right. No, I know. But
they're bombing kids while we got to reseed our lawn.
You're right. But it's just like they like government is just such a colossal waste of money. At least they do one thing that's cool. I said this on the show, but it was the greatest piece of propaganda since Toby Keith came out with Courtesy of the Red.
Oh, agreed. But I think the problem is while they're doing that at the same time, but we don't have enough for healthcare. You're paying. Social Security is going away, but look at that backflip. That's pretty cool.
But there's always been these issues and hypocrisy and evil doing. But
I mean, there's always people trying to fix it, and then the next people take it down.
Yeah, but who's actually trying to fix it?
I mean, nobody, because if there's constantly a problem, that's how we get money.
Yeah. So it for me it's just like enjoy the overall show, the spectacle, the Justin Gaethje with an American flag around his shoulders reading the Declaration of the Independence. Just so
it was beautiful to watch that over my cold can of beans that I ate with a spoon without heating up with my unlit and electricity house.
Yeah, hey.
Because we have rolling blackouts out here. Thanks, FEMA.
Yeah, but it was something. And like,
no, it was
tear the White House down. Okay.
No, I think we should get a new house anyways. The White House is old. It's been there for how many presidents?
Yeah, let's get a new one. It's a little more modern.
We haven't gotten a new house in how many years? Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Do you want to live in a 250-year-old house? I bet that plumbing stinks.
Yeah, do something like mid-century modern.
Yeah, maybe like
I don't even know what that means.
Some Gothic, post-Gothic deco. Maybe some gargoyles on the. Nothing says America like new stuff. Yeah. What are we doing living in an old house like we're fucking Estonian?
Yeah. Well, I think that is all we have. Chino, thank you so much for coming. I very much appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.